law, justice, and security. You can adjust the language according to your preference. Choose the program that suits your needs from the playlist. Customize the subtitle position on your laptop, and adjust the video speed with the slider to suit your needs and comfort. Let's grow together through your subscribe and like on this video.
Politics deeply affects the economy. A government may adopt an economic reform. It may ban certain imports. It may approve trade agreements. Each decision can influence the average income of citizens. A small business owner arranges goods in a shop. That arrangement depends on tax rules, trade policy, and access to credit at a bank. When interest rates rise, it affects the amount a family can afford. An ambitious young adult may apply for a job at an airline or an international agency. Their ability to succeed depends on education, policy, labor law, and economic stability. Sometimes political decisions create barriers. Sometimes they remove them. A barrier can prevent opportunity, but reform can create advantage. Economic policy is not an abstract theory. It is about bread, beef, beans, and basic needs. It is about the balance between public spending and private enterprise. If leaders fail to assess economic risk properly, a financial accident may occur. Markets may fall. People may lose their savings. Therefore, accountability in economic administration is essential. Law is one of the strongest arms of the state. Armed forces protect national borders. Police maintain order. Courts interpret legislation. When authorities arrest someone, they must base their action on evidence. They cannot act from anger alone. They must ensure that justice is applied fairly. Sometimes governments face attack from external threats. Sometimes internal conflict arises. Leaders must decide how to respond. A strong response may beat a threat quickly, but an excessive response may damage public trust. Citizens must be aware of their rights. They must understand the basis of law. They must know when to challenge authority and when to cooperate. Justice is not automatic. It requires constant attention and continuous assessment. Politics is also connected to culture. An artist may create art that reflects social struggle. A band may write an album about political change. An athlete may speak about equality after a basketball or baseball game. Cultural expression can attract attention to injustice. It can build an association among communities. It can inspire action. Even a simple activity at the beach or a celebration in August or April can reflect national identity. Politics is present in our background, but it is also present in our dreams. It shapes architecture, influences education, and defines opportunity. And yet, politics is not something distant. It is not somewhere away from us. It is within our homes, our workplaces, and our conversations. When we understand this, we realize something powerful. Politics is not only about leaders, it is about us. Politics does not stop at national borders. It operates across continents and influences global affairs. Climate change, economic instability, and armed conflict do not remain in one area. They spread when a crisis arises. Leaders must respond quickly. A natural disaster near a riverbank may require immediate aid. An outbreak of bacteria may demand medical coordination. An armed conflict may involve the army, international agencies, and diplomatic efforts. Sometimes nations disagree. They argue over territory, trade, or security. Sometimes negotiations fail. Sometimes agreements collapse. But diplomacy is always preferable to violence. An aggressive expansion policy can create instability. A cooperative approach can build trust. International politics requires patience, analysis, and compromise. It also requires courage. Leaders must sometimes abandon outdated policies. They must adapt to new realities. They must acknowledge past mistakes and advance better solutions. The world today is interconnected. An economic decision in one country can affect employment abroad. A technological innovation can spread automatically. A crisis can travel faster than ever before. Therefore, political responsibility is not local alone. It is global. At the center of politics is character. Leadership is not only about authority, it is about integrity. A responsible leader must accept criticism. They must assess their own decisions honestly. They must avoid corruption. They must be accountable. Sometimes leaders face temptation. They may be attracted to power. They may become arrogant. But ethical leadership requires balance. A good leader does not act from anger. They act from principle. They do not seek personal advantage above public welfare. Citizens also share responsibility. They must participate actively. They must seek accurate information. They must resist manipulation. Political maturity develops over time. It does not appear overnight. It grows as people gain experience, education, and awareness. Democracy depends not only on institutions, but on attitudes. If citizens are passive, democracy weakens. If citizens are engaged, democracy strengthens. Politics is a shared project. It is an ongoing activity. It requires effort, patience, and courage from everyone. Let us return to a simple idea. Politics is not something far away. It is not hidden above us. It is not controlled by someone else alone. It is about everyday decisions. It is about how we treat one another. It is about fairness, responsibility, and opportunity. Politics shapes the air we breathe. It shapes the food we eat. It shapes the education our children receive. It shapes the safety we expect. Sometimes politics is beautiful. Sometimes it is awful. Sometimes it creates progress. Sometimes it produces conflict. But it always matters. The future is not automatic. It depends on choices. It depends on participation. It depends on awareness. Each person has the ability to contribute. Each voice has value. Each action counts. Politics begins when we care. Politics grows when we participate. Politics improves when we act with integrity. And politics succeeds when people remember this truth. Power belongs not only to leaders, power belongs to citizens. And citizens are us.